So welcome to your kriya for November. This is the kriya to balance the vayus, and the vayus are the five winds, the five ways in which prana or vital energy moves through us and moves through our lives. Just as you are one person, you're also a son or a daughter, you work, you're a householder, maybe you drive or you bicycle. So you are one person, but you do many things. Similarly, prana is one force, but it also navigates us. So we can think of, if we were to inhale, we take breath in, action one. We take the oxygen and exchange it with the carbon dioxide, two. We expel what's no longer needed, three. We take the oxygen and we transfer it all through the body, four. And then with that vital aspect available in our lives and healthy, we extend our lives out into the world and take action, five. So these are the vayus, these are the currents. We take in food and we get rid of what we don't need. We digest it, we spread it through our body, and we use it to take action. These currents are moving through us all the time. We can feel when they're out of whack, traveling, illness, stress. All of these can begin to create little hiccups and catches, and you'll feel this is a very simple, very fluid practice, and I hope you find a great way to rebalance all of the ways in which your life is moving in your favor. So palms together, rub them, sitting tall. When your hands are still, your heart is high, your eyes are closed. Ong Namo, I bow to everything outside of me, holding me, healing me, teaching me. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me, rising to meet it all, evolving, elevating who I will be. 3 times, inhale. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Sitting tall, legs are crossed, seated on a block or a height where you feel steady and tall. Start your soundtrack at slow motion if you're using music. And we'll go counterclockwise, as though we were seated. It's small. This small, simple circle. This small, simple circle. The crown of the head is a small circle that matches the small circle of the seat. So instead of the larger circle we use sometimes to warm up, the spine stays upright. We inhale across the front, we exhale across the back. Any rigidity that sets in, just let it soften. Instead, just find the grace of this simple circle. All of these are quite simple movements, as though stirring in a liquid to create a current. So that when we pause, sitting tall, see if you can feel that current still going. Hands are on your knees. Fold your forehead or your nose towards your right knee. Inhale, sit up tall, and then fold to the left. Inhale and exhale.
just fit one to the next. One more each side. Pausing tall. Again, noticing that sensation of a current. Right hand on the center of your chest. Left hand on top. Turn left, turn right. Inhale left, exhale right. Eyes closed, sitting tall. And as the spine begins to warm, you may feel the turn grow a little bit, rinsing through the abdominal organs, spinning through the spine. Loosening, working from the muscles of the spine and the abdomen, the shoulders staying open and quiet. Finding the center. Hands go to the fronts of your shoulders and then folding forward and rising tall. Folding forward and rising tall. Now you may work right there, or your hands are behind your head. Make sure as you rise, you're coming upright, the elbows broad as you can. That the rise is as important as the fold. And if your forward fold is simply a few inches, those few inches forward and back will begin to open the spine. The backs of your hips. If it's tight and stiff and you need to, hands to the floor, going as you can. Eventually hands to the shoulders. And then eventually hands behind your head. Listen to your low back. If you go too far, you'll feel a strain in the low back. Do less, or put your hands down to support yourself. We just go for 5. And for 4. 2. And sitting upright, pause tall, let your hands come down and simply notice. Eyes closed, that sensation of current around you, inside you. Perfect. It's a little more active. Come onto your knees. So unfolding your blanket from its seat, just one fold, hands and knees. And now that your spine may be a little warmer, rounding and arching. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, and inhaling. And we'll go 15 times. 4, 5. To move quickly means you may move a little more lightly than you were before. Perfect. So the next time you lift your chest, lift your hands, palms to touch. Hands down, exhale, round. Inhale, rising. Exhale, rounding. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Beautiful. Lift your hips. You're going to walk your blanket back behind your heels. And sit your heels down. Heels together, toes apart. If you like, you can have a block under your hands if it's far. Right? Knees bend. Now your heels are high and stay together. Your toes point away. This is called frog. Inhale, lift your hips up. Keep your heels up. And then exhale, hips down, but your heels stay high the whole time. If you can't keep them up, you're going to keep them propped up on the fold. Inhale with your hips up. Exhale when you sit down. Look forward when your hips are down. Drop your head to lift your hips. We go. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. If you need to take a break at the beginning, doing it a little bit every day, you'll get a little bit stronger, a little more steady. For 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Perfect. Feet down, hands down. Now I may go out of the top of the screen, but you can see my feet, and that's what's important. We're going to put a little lift and drop into the heels, and drop into the heels, and drop into the hands. Exhale, 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 exhale. You may jump. You may go, ha, 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 ha. 3, 2, 1. And pause and just feel stamping, shaking, heel dropping, jumping. All of these are grounding activities when we have been traveling. When we've been in a room full of people we're unfamiliar with, we get a charge in the system. Root it down. And unfold your blanket twice. Hello. Unfold your blanket twice. Move your cat and unfold your blanket. So you have a long support for your hips and your chest. Everything gets moved aside. Now, your palms down under your shoulders makes your cobra. Wag your tail. Here's your inhale. Roll down. Put your right hand out. Roll onto your right side. Bend your left knee. Put your left foot behind you and turn. You roll, put your belly down. Inhale, find your cobra. It's worth it. Here we go. Left hand out. Rolling. Plant your right foot and roll back to center. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling, roll right. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, in, roll right. Axe down. In, cobra. Out, down. In, roll right. Find a rhythm that you're rinsing through the spine. You're rolling the pelvis and the chest open. Perfect. more each side. You might actually become quite happy with these. They're lovely and upright. Perfect. Right hand goes out, right toes are tucked under, left knee bends, hands back. Maybe you simply reach there or hold your outer ankle. Lift your knee, lift your thigh, and find a whisper of ha. Keep that breath. Close your mouth, out the nose. Left leg long, left hand out, right hand back. Find the breath. Keep the breath, close the mouth. Now this is a really great, safe modification for all levels. If you feel safe and next time you practice you want to hold both heels, just listen. If your low back feels very shortened there, then work with one side at a time. You're still opening the body, still finding the channels of the body. Make it appropriate for you. Releasing. Cross your forearms, put your forehead down. Wag of the tail. Come onto hands and knees. Bring your block with you. In the counter pose. Simply walking the knees under your hips. Tuck your chin into your chest. A wag of the tail. Spreading the back, lengthening the low back. And you'll bring the block between your heels. And maybe this is where you will stay, right? Fantastic. Walk your hands back if you can. One finger, point all your fingers pointing away from your feet. You take the other flat of your fist and make a figure of 8 around your chest. All the lymph nodes here being stimulated, flushed and released. Change hands. Knees down, shins down, heart high. Circles and figure of 8 around the chest. And then down around the abdomen, the outside edges of the waist and the ribs. Changing sides. Big circle. And then rising up down into the thighs, inner thighs, tops and thighs, outer thighs. If you can do this lying all the way back with your shoulders on the floor, then you can lie back and find these taps and find these circles in that way. But otherwise, go this way. Left hand goes back. Support yourself. Maybe a little more length. And now tiny, sweet taps around the navel. Right around the navel. Bring it in. Bring it in. Change sides. One more. One more. And then bring it upright, hands on thighs. Just pause and feel. The whole front circulation improved. Off your knees. Fold your blanket twice, front to back. Build your seat. Actually, don't unfold. We're going to just build a seat right here. So either legs are crossed here, or if crossed legs without a prop doesn't work, then legs can go out. Hands on thighs either way. And now we're making a big, juicy counterclockwise circle. If you were seated on a clock, ahead would be 12, to the right would be 3, and to the left would be 9. So go counterclockwise on that clock face. And your idea here is to really maneuver and rinse the inner organs. The last few movements laying on your belly, now we really rinse them out. Inhale across the front, exhale across the back. Just 3. And 2. And 1. And pause to notice. Lying down on your back. legs long. Now you're going to pull your right shoulder up by your ear, make a fist, pull your right knee slightly off the mat, and then let it all go. Draw your left shoulder up, knee bends, and then down. Pull. And the other side reaching down away from the ear. It's not a big movement. You're lifting the knee, pulling the heel in a little bit. You're pulling your shoulder up. You're moving your spine. Not really bending in the spine, but moving the shoulder girdle and the pelvis more side to side. Wow. Just try it out. Move in new ways. Create new neural pathways. Rinse out the parts of your body that haven't moved in this way than they need to, so that we can move in all ways. Go as you can, go as you can. For 3. For 2. Oh, and rest. Feeling, feeling, feeling. Hips up. Hands down under your seat, heels high. Start out with knees bent. Drop your feet toward the floor and then inhale back up. Always a great modification. If you need to, you can go one leg at a time. Or as you grow stronger, legs grow straight, 2 legs together. Inhale up and exhale down. Bringing your energetic center back to the navel, the home base, the transformation and homecoming, both right here. The home of your self-esteem, your confidence, your fire, your agni. Inhale up, exhale down. Our perseverance grows. Our trust in ourselves. Our integrity right here in the middle of our bodies. Knees bend, feet flat. Hold the outside edges of your thighs. Let that roll you up and fold you down. Knees bend, feet flat, rolling back. Exhaling, rolling forward. Or hands behind your head. Rolling up, folding forward as you can. If you need to keep your knees bent the whole time, then that's fine. Or you're working towards straight legs the whole time. So find your modification. Find your ability. Fold forward, roll back. 3. 2. Each time you practice, you'll get a little bit stronger. You'll get a little more open through the hamstrings in the back. And you lie back. Legs long, palms open, body absolutely flushed with circulation and light. These 5 vayus, these winds and currents of intelligence, our conscious mind is only just now learning how much goes on in our digestion, how much goes on in our cardiovascular system, and yet all this intelligence is running through us. Our only work is to tend it. Feel the shoulder joints, right side, left side, and on your exhale, let them get soft. Feel your hip sockets, right side, left side, And on your exhale, relax shoulders and hips. Feel your elbows and your knees. Each exhale, release shoulders, hips, elbows, knees. Add to it the ankles and the wrists. Each exhale, releasing through your joints. Waves of ease. On the inhale, bringing energy into the body, down the spine to the pelvis, and then out, waves of ease through the joints, in and down through the spine, into total effortlessness. Inviting energy in, releasing tension out. In and down to the pelvis, through the spine, out through the joints, waves of restoration and ease. Stay as long as you like. Or go with me, hands overhead, lengthening out, opening up. Feet tied to side, knees up and down. Walk your feet in, bring your palms together, rub them lightly. Lift your feet, rub the soles of your feet. Knees in. Give that practice the longest shavasana you have time for. So if you have more time, put your feet down, put your hands down, and stay again. Stay longer. We're rolling up. Legs crossed. Sitting tall. In your mind or aloud, repeat, I expand in success, abundance, and love every day as I inspire those around me to do the same. Hands to the forehead center, 8 count Sat, 2 count Nam. Inhale. Sat Nam. Thank you, loves.